Okay, so you can see we've got this little setup down here on the ground. This again is the kind of thing you can do if you are indoors on a putting mat. This is great. So the idea here is that we start to create a little bit of symmetry to the putting stroke. Big fault that we see is the backswing not long enough, and then such a long follow through, tons and tons of over acceleration. Now, from study that we've seen looking at tour players' putting strokes, the putter's just coasting through impact. It's certainly not accelerating, that's for sure. So try and think of this thing as moving more at a constant pace. So one way of creating that symmetry is to see if we can get a backswing and follow through more or less the same length, more or less. Okay, so what we've done here, I've got a ball on the ground that I'm going to strike, and I've just put 2 other golf balls either side, equidistant, not too tricky. Then just start having a couple of practice swings. Can you match up the length of the stroke backwards and forwards? Hold the finish, check it, have a look. That's beneficial in itself, just learning to hold the finish, turn, look and see what's happened to it. So it's a 1, 2. Now, you can also go a step further with this. Get yourself a metronome, set it at about, I'd say 72, 75 beats per minute. And then on each beep, try and concentrate. Start the putter on a beep, make contact on a beep, trying to keep this stroke the same length backwards and forwards. This is great for creating, like we said, some symmetry to the stroke, and much more a sense of some, let's call it constant acceleration as opposed to this sudden acceleration. So this is a real simple one. This is going to give you a lot of benefit. Like we said, get yourself a metronome, 72, 75 beats per minute would be perfect, and then just start working on this indoors.